First of all, I really am very excited to have Senator Gillibrand here today, along with our Congressman Paul Tonko, who are here to announce an initiative to combat fraud and protect seniors from financial scams. I want to thank Senator Gillibrand for all of her work on this issue, and we truly look forward to working with her as well as Congressman Tonko to continue to fight this problem. And now I would like to introduce our great Congressman, Paul Tonko.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Chair Savage. And it's a pleasure to join with you, Mayor Stratton, and our legislators and community leaders in welcoming to the heart of Schenectady and to the 21st Congressional District our United States Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, who's out there working even on a holiday weekend to make a difference. So now I present to you our very hardworking, our very knowledgeable, our bright, our very sensitive, and just growing in outreach out there as the United States Senator, Kirsten Gillibrand, who's fast at work on many issues in the House.
Well, I want to thank you, Paul, for your extraordinary leadership. We've had an excellent day together, traveling through some of our counties, Fulton County and Montgomery County, and now here to talk about mostly the economy. People are very worried about losing jobs. The high unemployment rate throughout this country is well over 10%, but in parts of New York, it's as high as 12, 13, and even 15%. So many people are just worried about how are we going to create jobs, what is the economic future going to look like for some of these rural counties and some of our inner cities. So we have a lot of work to do, but I could not have a better partner than in the Congressman. He's an extraordinary advocate for this region. I feel very lucky to serve with you, Paul. Thank you. I also want to commend Mayor Stratton for his leadership. He's been at the forefront of so many ideas for Schenectady on how to grow this region and how to take advantage of some of the natural resources we have here. We have beautiful traditional architecture. We have this fantastic theater. We have so many opportunities for job growth in this region, and our mayor has been at the forefront of each of those ideas. Also, Chairwoman Susan Savage, as Chairwoman of the Legislature, she also has been partnering with state and local government to make a huge difference on trying to revitalize this region and making sure that we can create jobs here for all our families. What we're here today to talk about is we're going to be having a senior fraud workshop on January 5th at 11 a.m. It's going to be at the Schenectady Community College. And for many of you, you may not know how important this issue is, but 1 out of every 5 seniors will fall victim to fraud in their lifetime. And the reason for this is because people over 65 hold $15 trillion worth of assets. So when you're talking about scam artists, online internet scams, mail fraud, different financial advisors who take advantage and prey on seniors, they see a population that has enormous amounts of resources, and so they take advantage of them. In New York State, each senior, as on average, will get hit by about $350 worth of consumer fraud. In the capital region, it's estimated that there are 33,000 seniors who will be hit by fraud, losing an estimate of $11 million. So I've laid out some legislative ideas of things that I want to do in Washington to begin to give our seniors more tools that they need to protect themselves. First, I want to increase the penalties that these scam artists will receive if they take advantage of our seniors. We want to make sure that these people know that not only is it a crime, but there will be significant penalties. So I have a bill called the Senior Investor Protection Enhancement Act, and this legislation will increase penalties for crimes charging an additional $50,000 in civil fines for each violation that is targeted or committed against a senior. Second, I want to crack down on the senior advisor scams. Right now, there's a designation for financial advisors called senior advisors, and it's very easy to get that designation. So we want to make sure that our seniors are better informed to know that this can be misleading and that these people, in fact, are not trained to guide seniors through which investments make sense for them. So the Senior Investor Protection Act will be a grant program that will incentivize states to adopt new regulations by giving them the resources they need to hire staff, acquire technologies, and prosecute fraud cases for these investment advisors. It will also be used to train regulators and law enforcement officers to prevent these scams and create and distribute educational materials to give seniors the tools they need to avoid being lured into these bad fraudulent deals. My third idea is to make sure that these debt collectors cannot take Social Security and veterans benefits. Now, there's a federal law that protects Social Security and veterans benefit from seizure by a debt collector. But what's happened is a lot of seniors have automatic deposit for their Social Security checks or their veterans benefits. And so a lot of these scam artists have found a way around to get access to this money. So between 2006 and 2007, nearly $180 million was collected directly from bank accounts that included Social Security deposits and veterans benefits, which is illegal. So what we're going to do is we are pushing the Department of Treasury to follow a new protocol, and there's a bill called the Illegal Garnishment Protection Act, which would end the promotion of direct deposit for Social Security checks and veterans. We don't actually want them to end the direct deposit, but what it will do is push the Treasury Department to put protections in place. Because if they realize that they can no longer have the convenience of direct deposit, that they will actually do something about this problem. So this is our kind way to push them into the reforms that will protect this money. Fourth, we have to stop the abuse of mail, telemarketing, and internet fraud. And so what we want to do here is I have a bill called the Senior Financial Empowerment Act, and this legislation will raise awareness of these abusive tactics on seniors and provide the resources we need to bring them to an end. There's a lot of instances. In 2007 alone, the postal inspectors investigated nearly 3,000 mail fraud cases in the U.S. and arrested more than 1,200 mail fraud suspects. There's also a lot of internet fraud, and so we just need the tools to train our seniors to know what to look out for to make sure they're not going to fall prey to one of the mail scams or one of the internet scams. So this will provide the resources for states and local communities to give training to the seniors. And then the last part of my approach is to make sure we have these senior financial literacy workshops all across the state. And as I started, our first one here in Schenectady will be January 5th at the Schenectady County Community College, so that we can directly train our seniors to avoid these practices. We're going to do it with AARP, the Attorney General's office, and other experts who've developed an ability to root out this kind of fraud. So thank you all for coming, and I just want to thank our local leaders for their leadership and their commitment to keeping our seniors safe. Thank you.